Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and today's topic is bikini competitions, bodybuilding competitions, if you should compete, if I will ever compete. And I just want to kind of give you a realistic image of, whether this is actually for you and why I've made my decision on whether I will compete or not. Okay, so the reason why I want to talk about this, it seems as though everybody wants to compete nowadays. I think it's because we see these fitness inspiration pictures, and a lot of people in the fitness industry do compete. So we see them, lean, looking happy on stage, posting these, their 8-pack pictures, they're smiling, they're all glammed up, they're fully tanned, they have, no cellulite, tight little butts, and we're like, oh my gosh, I do not look like that and I want to look like that. And I think it's the unrealisticness that we like so much, I don't know why we're so obsessed in this day and age with things that are just not realistic. So to maintain, I just don't get it. So, we know that these bikini girls don't look like this all year round. It is for one show. They are doing this show, they're bikini athletes, it's extremely extreme. They're doing it for this show and they can't maintain that all year. So we know that we're not gonna look like that forever. It's just for one day. I'm gonna talk about 5 reasons why you might wanna rethink doing a competition for your first time. And this doesn't apply to everybody. Some people do competitions, they have a great time, they enjoy it, they, thrive on it, they feel great, they're happy, and honestly, they don't feel deprived. So this is not for everyone. So if you're one of those people that just love competing, or you have a great relationship with food and you just want to try something new, then it might be for you. But here are the 5 reasons why it might not be for you. Okay, point number 1, you have to reach an extreme level of leanness. So what that means, you're gonna get to an unhealthy body fat percentage. So that is a body fat percentage that you might lose your period, your hormones could be all out of whack, you're not gonna be functioning at your prime because, extreme level of leanness, we're not supposed to be that lean. It is not healthy. Just like being at extreme level of being overweight isn't healthy, the same thing for being too lean. Especially for women, we have, our hormonal cycle. It is dangerous for us to be that lean, especially for long periods of time. Of course, if it's for one show and it's done safely, you'll be okay. But it is not a healthy thing to do. If you're starting to work out and you want to get healthy and you want to get fit, getting to that level of leanness is not healthy. Number 2, there is going to be a rebound effect. Some people see it bigger than others. Some people have a smaller rebound effect. And usually the people who have a small rebound effect have been competing time and time again, and they've already made those mistakes of rebounding too far one way. So let's say a lot of people lose about a 12-week cut, they lose 12 pounds, and they can gain that 12 pounds in a week, in a couple days. Your body kind of you're so excited for those cheat meals that you kind of go on a bender, and your body holds on because it's been deprived for a long time, and it wants to eat up those calories and store them because it doesn't know if you're going back on that diet the next day. And that's why this new thing of reverse dieting is there, because if you don't want to gain a bunch of weight, you have to continue dieting after your show. Point number 3, you could develop body issues. Especially as a woman, if you are already struggling with body image issues, I would not recommend doing a show. For me, we are our hardest critic, that is something I've practiced a lot over the years, is having a healthy body image. But I can tell you, as soon as I start comparing myself to show people, that level of leanness, I feel overweight. And that's not healthy because I am in a very healthy body fat percentage. So for me, just knowing that if I have the thought of doing a competition, I automatically see myself as unattractive, overweight, not worthy. I know that it's probably not a path that I should continue going down because it's already creating unhealthy thoughts for me. So if you are like that as well, competing is probably not for you either. Number 4 is your relationship with food might suffer. So you're going on this extreme diet to get to an extreme level of leanness. So you're cutting out a lot of good, healthy foods. So what I've noticed is fats get cut down. So healthy fats like avocados, olive oil, all these healthy fats are getting eliminated from your diet for some. Certain carbohydrates are getting eliminated, so you're really sticking to one specific type of carbohydrate, you're sticking to one specific type, a couple different types of lean protein sources. It's getting really limiting, and the reason because, you know, you don't want too much of variance for best results. You want to be able to feed your body the same thing over and over again to make sure that it reacts properly, that you can get lean enough for that show date. So you start thinking that A, there's certain bad foods, and B, you get so restrictive that your body is like, doesn't know how to have a little bit of like not extreme diet foods, you know? So if you haven't had anything that has any sugar in it for 3 months, honestly, when you finally taste it, it could be so overwhelming that you're gonna have a hard time controlling your food. Your relationship food might get totally out of whack. Your control might get totally out of whack. It could lead to binge issues, eating disorders. Honestly, I've seen it all, and that's something that I'm not willing to put myself through to get to an extreme level of leanness that I don't even want to look like. One thing I did forget to mention is, as great as those chicks look on stage, they look unhealthy off stage. And I mean this in the nicest way possible. They look underweight, unhealthy, and it's not quite as glamorous the weeks leading up to the show. On show day, yes, I have to agree, they look beautiful, gorgeous, they look happy, but backstage, they are not happy. They are hungry, they are tired, they are cranky. It is not so glam. Okay, and my last point is, in order to compete, you need to sacrifice social time and memories. So, you know, you're gonna have a hard time going out. You're gonna have to stick to extreme strict schedule. I like a schedule. I like training hard throughout the week at the gym. If I want a night off and it's Wednesday, I can take it if I want it. I always try to kind of relax more on the weekends. I'm making memories with my friends. I'm still working towards my goals, which I spend the time in the gym getting fit, getting strong, but I have a great relationship with food. I focus on being happy, having a healthy body image, and to me that's way more important than being able to get lean enough for a show. Oh, and one thing I did want to mention, how I kind of turned my mentality around is, instead of spending thousands of dollars for this show, hire a photographer if you want to make some, a little challenge for yourself. You'll save money and you'll have so many awesome pictures that you can hold on to and keep for yourself, instead of getting up there and somebody telling you that, your body shape isn't good enough, your butt isn't small enough, your arms aren't well enough defined. Like, do we really need to hear that? Like, no, thanks. I'd rather just take, some pictures with a photographer that tells me that I look great, and we work on my best angles, and I leave the shoot feeling amazing. To me, that's way more valuable. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little chat, and hopefully that can give you some insights on whether or not you should compete. Remember though, this is not for everybody. If you have a great relationship with food, an awesome body image, and this is something you just want to challenge yourself to doing, go for it. Some bikini competitors are doing it all for the right reasons, have a great relationship, don't have that rebound effect. But I just know for many of us, it's not the case. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.